Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Okinawa. Now, I'm assuming the reference of the title is about essentially this fantastic set of isles from off the coast of Japan, which are like very tropical. It's essentially not. How would I describe it? I'm actually just double checking. So it's essentially like a set of, if you think about Japan, there's a whole bunch of different islands. Okinawa is almost all the way south, not far off Taiwan. And that's why like it's well known for essentially almost like tropical beaches, beaches with beautiful white sands, and hopefully that is what is this referring to. It's also one of those areas that's supposedly a blue zone. If you've not read about them or looked them up, essentially there's a lot of individuals that actually are over 100 just because of the type of food that they eat in the area and the healthy lifestyles that they have. Now, I'm bringing all of this up because today's puzzle is essentially a celebration from Florian Wortmann about him publishing his 100th puzzle on LMD, Logic Masters Germany. So that's kind of like my tenuous reference to why I think he went with this title. I'm not entirely certain, though, how the actual Sudoku puzzles refers to Okinawa in particular. Anyway, we love Florian on his channel. He's got a phenomenal series called Colorado that you should check out on this channel if you haven't. They're XV puzzles that really got me started on this place. The other reason I also wanted to feature today's puzzle is, like the last couple of days, been a very rusty solves. This is a particularly highly approachable puzzle, so I'm hoping for a smooth solve for today, especially since, as you can see behind me, I'm sort of recording late evening, not necessarily my best solve times. Anyway, long intro, let's take a look at the puzzle, let's take a look at the rule sets. So, Okinawa by Florian Wortmann, 2 rules. Normal Sudoku rules, place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, in every column, and in every 3x3 box. Only one variant today, which is digits in a cage summed to the small number in the top left corner of the cage. So essentially we need to come up with 2 numbers that add up to 3, another 2 numbers that add up to 6, 5, 4, etc. I imagine for the regular viewers of the channel, this is already plenty of information. You're often racing and actually solving it. As always, if you want to solve, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. I'm going to just give one more attempt to try and figure out. I may be mistaken about this, but I think Okinawa has like an island where it looks almost like a valley in the middle with sort of ridges around it. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm sure somebody will point it out. Link will be in the description down below as usual. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock, see how I get on. Should have done a bit of research if I'm honest. Right, this is easy. 2 cells that add up to 3 is 1, 2. 2 cells that add up to 4 is 1, 3. 1, 2 is looking at the 1, 3. That can only be a 3. That can only be a 1. We've got 1, 2 in the 6. We know that this is the high part of the 6, so the 4 or 5. This is the 1 or 2. We've got a 1, 2 pair. What else can I do? We've got 1, 2, and 3 looking at a 10. You always need a low digit with a high digit with a 10. The only one that's left as a low digit is a 4 with a 6. Let me think about the 7. We know it's not 1, 6. We know it's not 4, 3. It is 2, 5. That 2, or 1, 2 pair I should say, is giving us the order. That's 2, that's 5. That's lovely and approachable. 1 and 3 ruled out from this 5. This is therefore 2 or 4. This is 1 or 3. Haven't necessarily resolved any of these. Maybe down here. Yep, 16. This is an easy 7, 9. 14 with 7 and 9 looking at this cell. Actually, better yet, 7 and 9 looking at this 14 cage. 14 can be done in one of 2 ways. When it's 2 cells, it's either 5, 9, which it's not because 9 is not available with this pair, or 6, 8, which it is. Now I have 6, 8, 7, and 9 looking at this cell. This is clearly now a 5 with a 9 down here. That 5 gives me a 4 on the 6 cage, a 2, a 1, a 2. That 2 gives me a 4, a 1. Lovely. Nice and smooth. We've got all the high digits now done for this cell. So this is the low digit, this is the high digit. Doesn't actually help me determine what the high digits and low digits are. It's 1, 2, 3, or 4. It is 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's clearly not a 9. Therefore, it's not a 1. Can I do the 8? Not 1, 7, not 2, 6. It is 3, 5. That 5 tells me 5, 3. The 9 cage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my options in here are 6, 7, or 8. And this will be 1, 2, or 3. Not 1 or 2. So 3 with the 6. The 6 gives me the 4 and the 6. 6 keeps going. That's 8 and 6. That is not 6 with, would have been 4 in a 10 cage. It is not 3. This is 2 and 8. 13 cage, can I solve that yet? Maybe. This 12 cage probably. So it's clearly not 4, 8. It could be 3, 9. It could be 5, 7. You know, we can sort of restrict the pencil marks to 3, 9 and then 5, 7. Not really the cage to go after. Well, but this 12, again, it's not 9, 3. It could be, again, 4, 8, and 5, 7. That would be the 4, 5. That would be the 7 and 8. Right, 13 cage maybe. It's not 4, 9. It could be 5, 8. Again, the 8 here tells me that would be the 8. That would be the 5. And then it could also be 6, 7. Interesting. This was going so smoothly. Am I just like not paying attention to the right cage? Entirely possible. A 12 cage, not 5, 7. Not 3, 9. This is 4. This is 4, 8. That 8 tells me the order. That's 8. That's 4. That means that's 7. That's 5. Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention. This is not 8 or 7. That is a 6, which gives me a 7. This is not a 7. It's a 3 with a 9. That's, oh, not quite. I was going to say that's all the cages done. That's all the cages done. Right. Some Sudoku. Ones. Maybe not. Twos. Kind of. Threes. Not really. Okay. Fours. Oh, hang on, Sleuth. Why are you looking at digits? Half tempted. Yeah, I will just delete all of these. Obvious. I should have been looking at rows and columns that are nearly done. These. I mean, what was I doing? Right, let's just quickly complete these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is 7, 8, 9. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again? Yeah, that's another 7, 8, 9. That's not a 7. It's already in the box. That's not a 9. That's not an 8. What about this one? It is 1, 3, and 4. This is a straight up 1 now. This is, well, not 1. Not 1. That's about it. It can be 3 though. Right, this one now is 1, 2, and 4. This is not 1 and 4. That's a 2. The 1s and 4s are not resolved. Column. We need 3, 6, and 8. Have I got any that can remove anything? No. Or at least if it is, I'm sort of being blind to it, which is not unheard of. We've got 2, 5, 8. It's just, I can see already that this is 2, 5, so that's an 8. Then we have a 2, 5 pair. No, we don't. That's a 5. That's a 2. Right, in here we need a 1, 7, and 9. I mean, 1 and 9 gives me a 7. Not 1 or 7 gives me a 9. And this 4, therefore this is a 1. That 9 is removed from here. That 7 gives me 8, 9, 7. Yeah, that's much better. I don't know what I was thinking earlier, if I'm honest. That's a 7, 8 pair. That gives me a 9 in here. When I say what I was thinking earlier, when I was going around doing digits, we may end up doing that anyway, but when there's such obvious, nearly complete columns and rows. So that's the 1, because essentially the other two cells are 5 and 7, which are clearly not here. That's a 1. Then we have 5 or 7, but I don't think they're resolved. Right, okay. Can I do better? What else is obvious? 4s, for example. Only place for a 4 is, oh, hang on, 8. Sleuth, you're slipping. 7, 8. I mean, the 4 is still available, so I'll take the 4. And therefore, to complete this box, a 6. That's lovely. That is not an 8. Does it give me any 8s? No. 3 4s and 1 4s are still there. 5 7. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. We can just write this in, though. That's a 5, I think. Yep. Have I got any more kind of opportunities like that? I mean, the 4s were nice. This, in general, kind of the middle section, just because of the fact that there's only 2 digits left. 9, which can only be down here, and then 3. Lovely. 9 doesn't clean up anything, though. 4 doesn't clean up anything. 6 doesn't clean up anything. So not brilliant in that regard. Let's see. I mean, it's shame it's not as easy in the rows, because the 3 and 4 are not resolved, and I'm not seeing how I can necessarily resolve them particularly quickly. So we're talking about 3, 4, 6, and 8 in box 4. The 8 would be in here. That's about it. No, the 6 would be there because of the 6s. That's about it. I can't see anything else. What about this? 1, 2. We need another 3, 4, and a 9. The 9 can be placed. Then we have another 3, 4 in the column. 3, 4 pair gives me the 1 and the 4, which gives me the 3, 4, and 3. Not 3 or 4 in here, so this is a 4, 8 pair, and that is the 6. The 4, 8 pair are resolved, 8 and 4. That 8 is not helping. It gives me a 3, 6 still. And a 5, 7, I may have missed this way earlier. That wouldn't surprise me, are also resolved. Okay, so that's kind of the middle boxes. Essentially, this cross is done. So I think we can probably go down the digits route. 1s, that's a 1. 1s, that's the last one. That's all 9 done. 2s, that's the 2. 2 is in one of 2 places. In fact, what is it, this column? We're after 2, 7. It can only be up here. And 4. And the 4 can be only down here, and that's the 2, so that's lovely. 2 is in one of 2 places. It's in here because of this 2. I think that is all the 2's done. 3s, one of 2 places, and one of 2 places. Not great. An X-wing on 3. What about these 2 cells? We need a 5, which can only be up here because of this 5, and then a 6, which gives me a 3, which gives me a 6, and also gives me another 3. We need a 6 and 8. That's the 6. That's the 8. We need a 9. We're nearly done now. 7, 5, and if I've not made any mistakes, 8 for the finish. Thank you for so many pleasurable puzzles, Florian. A nice, straightforward puzzle. As you said when you posted it, it is much more approachable than your norm. I don't think we care. We love all your puzzles. And please keep creating more of them. I mean, I'd love to see more of Colorado, of course, but I am biased. I'm sure you're also creating other great content. I should definitely take a look. At least we can say that is a smooth solve. First one in 3 days. Hope that you enjoyed the puzzle and the video. And see you guys back fairly soon. Bye-bye for now.